Hello everyone, Death Stimulator here, bringing you some more naval action. So, we've jumped in to a match declaring for the beleaguered Denmark-Norwegian Lex going up against a series of French ships. In all honesty, who isn't going to come to the aid of someone having to face a massive outnumbering fleet of French? One of the new features of the latest patches is that you're actually able to join matches that aren't associated with your nation and lend a hand. I think this is absolutely spectacular. However, they've balanced it out by meaning that you can only join sides based on a battle rating. So I think it has to be 3 times the battle rating and you're not allowed to join. So you can still gang people, just not to a ridiculous degree. Which is reasonable and stops things from being silly. Amongst other things, there's been a major nerf to gold payouts. We'll have a rant about that at some point in the future, I'm sure. However, things have been made cheaper. So some good, some bad. AI seems to be just as annoying as ever. While it may have been a glitch, I have already had AI flee from me in battles that they've started. And not just previously where they kind of go away and come back, go away and come back, literally just head off upwind of us, directly away. Which, I'll be honest, was incredibly frustrating, especially as I had captured the Trincomalee that had attacked me. But because I was not able to reach them in time before the battle ended, I did not count as having captured it. And so I was forced back onto my surprise, and missed out on my prize altogether, and received 15 gold for capturing a Trincomalee, and something like 60 experience. Not terrible, but certainly not great. Hopefully there'll still be profit in capturing ships. Just at the moment it seems you have to be very careful in regards to how you go about capturing them. Also, wow, we have lost so many guns on the sides of our ship. 8 and 7. I mean, sorry, 7's how many you have on the top deck normally, but 8 down the bottom, that's nuts. The ankle biters are really acting to us. Sorry, just reading some of the comments going on in British chat. Apparently there are quite a few people not enjoying the latest rollout. I like the ideas, I just feel that it's going to be very difficult to progress in the game. Because AI still gank you. I think this is the one of the very important things to know. The AI will still gank you. So you're not going to get any benefit when the AI attack you, basically. If you sink them, sure, you'll get a little bit, but you're not going to get much money for it. And I mean, they've always attacked me, but it feels like they've been much more aggressive. this patch. Once again, I do like some of the features. I like the idea that you're able to join a battle on the side of someone else. The battles are only open for, I think, the first 10 minutes, which is good. But I can see that there'll be a lot of problems with it. Namely, I feel that you really, like, you should be able to join a match, but you don't necessarily have to ally yourself with someone. I think coming in as essentially a freebooter, or however you want to say, and just messing with the two teams could be great. The fact that you have to ally yourself with someone means you're virtually never going to have players allying themselves with the weaker battle rating. So while there are measures to stop high-level gangs, in terms of where battle rating is ridiculous, that's only going to go so far. Like in smaller conflicts and frigate engagements and that, no one's going to join a battle where it's like 500 to 300. You can jump on the 500 side. That was demonstrated fairly well prior to this, where people would run away from even fights, or fights even that they had the advantage if the advantage wasn't enough for them. I was in a surprise yesterday with Wobbly, and we were chasing around a French Constitution and a surprise. Just the two of us, just a surprise and that, and we chased them repeatedly, and they refused to fight. They just kept running out of the match as fast as they could. And while that's fine, you know, if you don't want to fight, you don't want to fight. They had previously ganked Wobbly in a 2 versus 1. They had repaired. They had been to port. Sorry, they may not have repaired, but they had the opportunity to. And it was just very strange to watch this much bigger ship fleeing from an even fight. So I don't feel, unless they change the way the battle ratings work, unless they make things essentially closer, where you can't join a allied or opponent's game. Sorry, let me restart what I was saying. Unless they change it so that the difference in battle rating isn't as great, so at the moment I think it's 3 times. If they reduce it to something like 1.5 times, I think that would be fine. I think that would be absolutely fine. But players are never going to join a losing side. Even if it means a chance to hurt them. Like, I was trying to get into a fight with Lex just before. Naturally, he didn't want anything to do with my surprise. And because this is the kind of guy I am, I didn't jump on the side of the AI. I decided to go for his side because the battle rating said he was outnumbered. I also didn't realise it was him. But even if I had known it was him, I still would have jumped in to help him out. Because I don't like the idea of things being uneven significantly. Don't get me wrong, I can appreciate ganking someone. I can appreciate, you know, having the advantage, and I have ganked people before. And no disrespect intended to people who do it, is actually part of the game. However, for goodness sake, this is just going to be a nightmare. Anyway, what was I saying? For the most part, it can just make the ganks can make the game unpleasant, and you only want to do it so much. And for me, I much prefer having an even fight, or even a fight where I'm down. I'll go out of my way to pick fights where I'm undercrewed. Why? Because I find it far more interesting. And while I prefer to have an even match so it's interesting for you guys to see, for my own personal enjoyment, I'm not fussed. I honestly don't mind losing as long as it's a decent match. As long as I've enjoyed myself, it doesn't matter what the outcome is. And especially at the moment, where this is really only an extended version of Sea Trials. There's no overarching plan, there's no missions, there's no national concepts, there's no constructs. We're not fighting over ports or resources yet. Hopefully these will be things that do happen, and we can actually get some, nations being established and, great battles being fought and so on and so forth. Hopefully that's stuff that'll come along. But at the moment, I don't understand why people are so insistent on playing strategically, playing to win. I'd much rather see people playing to enjoy themselves. And I mean, I guess if winning is how people enjoy themselves, that's fine. It just makes for boring matches at times. At least at first. Nothing's less fun than being run down by 4 ships around your size or bigger. When all you wanted to do was just get into a biff. Anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. Game's here, have fun with it. That's really all I have to say on the matter. Interesting, we're actually flying the Danish flag. That's cool. I was literally just wondering, well, it looks like we're running this guy over. They're gonna survive? Yeah, they're gonna survive. You crazy lynx, you. It's a great game. I'm very excited to see what they do with it in the future, though. I think, as much as I've kind of criticised the decisions they've made, they do point to where they want the game to go. And I think for the most part they will be positive once the kinks get worked out in them. And the only way you can get the kinks worked out is to pass it on to us beta testers. It's a little disappointing to see so many people being like, I'm just not going to play it. As seems to be the case. I think if there are genuine problems with it, beyond just it not being as fun, it not being as easy as it was before, then the developers need to hear the feedback that comes with that. Just saying you're not going to play it is kind of like, well, why is it bad? And there's plenty of people who've had more time to play around with this than I have. And I hope that they've all been able to submit, reports that outline those issues and frustrations, so that things can progress and the game can get better. So apart from my general issues with the AI still being a pain, it all looks pretty good from here. What do we got over there? 2 cutters? Man, I'm here versing ton privateers. Or a privateer and a lynx. No one wants to be doing this. It's the worst. I think I picked the wrong side. Forget what I said about an even fight. In future, I'm just going to join the side that's winning. These battles can go a heck of a lot faster. But no, in all seriousness, this game can continue to grow and get better. Because I love it. I adore the game to bits. It's great. It's why I aim to share it and why I am happy to play it basically every day. Even if it's not for hours on end and I only bring you guys like 20-30 minutes of content maybe. You know, I'm usually playing for a little bit longer, but honestly not much more. And part of that's my own time restrictions as well. I don't want to sit around on a computer for 10 hours a day. And that's... And as much as I do like the game, I also don't want to get burnt out on it. Only so much of the game you can play before you get sick of it. Though this weekend I will be doing a bunch of it, which will be good. Hopefully people will get used to the new patch, be looking to get into some fights. Maybe even get some hunting going. Excellent, that Lynx is sunk. Fantastic. That's right, I was going to dance around with it some more. Anyway, what is there to say, really? We've just been circling around trying to sink a rascally privateer. They are tough ships. Withstanding our double shot quite strongly. Double shot. Almost there. And looks like our temporary ally Lex has done fairly well for themselves as well. Taking out at least one of the two cutters. It doesn't look like they'll be much longer in finishing that one off. Bad for a bit of a blind shot there, if I do say so myself. These all coming from the back? Oh, of course, they're all from the top deck. Should actually be on gunnery. At least we remember to put ourselves on rolling fire this time. there they go. We'll finish up some of our repairs and get ready to get underway. And by get underway, I mean probably pursue that cutter. Alright, well that should be fairly straightforward to spot, at least when you're being attacked by a lot of AI. They all seem to be Commodores. A good little thing to take note of. Hopefully that ship's far enough below the waves that it won't matter. Ah, excellent, excellent. Lex finishes up the cutter quite nicely. And at the very least, we denied our enemies some experience by helping them not get sunk. Hey, there we go. Well, let's see, did we get a... Ooh, fantastic. Blue magazine armor. Excellent. Reasonable amount of experience. Not too bad gold either, actually. Much nicer to see. We only had to sink, what? A Snow and several privateers? Not bad at all. I think repair kits are going to be slightly more useful as well these days because... Excuse me. Please forgive me, had a bit of an attack of the sneezes there. I was saying I feel that repair kits will be slightly more useful now, as repairing at port seems to be very expensive. Or at least as expensive as it was previously. And seeing as money's been devalued, of course, that makes it more expensive comparatively. That's it. I'll get there in the end. So, we'll just make it a short one for today. I'll play around with this some more and hopefully be able to bring you guys something a bit more informed next time, rather than my just ranting about my frustrations. In the meantime, it has been Death Stimulator. If you did enjoy the video, please let us know. And do consider liking, commenting, favouring or subscribing, as your support does mean the world to me. I'll see you all next time.